Hello, this is a message for someone who has a lot of big deal things going on in their life, but they don't feel like discussing them with maybe the people that you would expect them to want to discuss them with most. Okay? So, whoever this message is for, the people technically closest to you, you don't feel, what is the word? A sense of psychological safety enough to discuss what's going on with you until you have a sort of handle on it and you feel better about it. Because again, there's a lack of psychological safety. There's something here about you feel like your self-concept is at risk if you share with these people or this person what's going on with you. You feel like they might respond, react, or interact with you in a way about it that might be hurtful, I guess. And you are afraid that if you approach them in a vulnerable state, it's just too risky. To your inner stability and sense of self. So the message I'm getting is you need to listen to this intuition because this is probably, the case for a reason. You very much need to be cautious and strategic is what I'm getting right now for whoever this message is for, about how, when, and with whom you share the details of these major shifts going on in your life. If this message is for you, it seems like there are both external things and internal things happening, and you feel like some of the external things are out of your control, who gets to know about them? But a lot of your own internal shifts and reactions that are happening to these external events, you've been keeping to yourself because there's sort of paradigm shifting. And again, you feel a sense of vulnerability about sharing these things. You kind of feel like, well, if I shared my true feelings about this with whoever it is, they might shed on my hopes and dreams and made me give up on certain things before I even go for them fully, okay? Some scenarios sort of like that. Or for example, say you have a personal problem. You're afraid that if you share it with this person, they're gonna make it feel like a bigger problem, even like a harder thing to solve. And you're gonna feel worse about yourself about it, okay? So I guess you instinctually know that this person could make things worse rather than better and could become more of an obstacle to you working things out rather than a help. So out of this sense of self-preservation, you are very hesitant to share with this person these major shifts that are happening within you, but you also realize that this level of shifts are inevitably going to affect how things unfold for you. Okay, you sense some kind of major changes coming, or maybe, okay, what I'm getting is like the external events that took place are gonna make some kind of major changes happen whether you want to or not, and you want to make sure that these changes are in alignment with your highest timeline that you're seeing for yourself, but you also see the risk factor in a transitional, tumultuous point like this for it to go a different way, for it to go in a way where you get even less of your ideal reality than you're dealing with right now, okay? So you feel kind of like this point could cause you to have an upgrade or a downgrade. Right now, what you're struggling to see is how you could maintain the status quo. That feels to you impossible. So you feel like communicating this with this person would only either make the status quo more unbearable, I don't know how I'm getting that, and unsustainable, and add a sense of urgency to having to break away from it, or they're going to become an actual obstacle in you shooting for your highest timeline or even taking certain action steps. And it's going to happen, you think, you're pretty sure, through some kind of venomous, is that the word? Talk I'm getting something about this person has the ability to say things in a very strategic manner in which they can plant seeds of doubt in you and seeds of uncertainty and seeds of paranoia. So whoever this message is for, the big challenge right now is that even though you feel this shift happening within you and you feel like it's not completely under your control, you have to focus on your part of it and cater to that shift and sort of protect yourself from any input. And so while you preserve that sense of self stability, you will be able to, you know, leave the status quo behind and upgrade like you think. And the key here again is going to be to trust those instincts, to be very selective with what you share and what you make vulnerable and to whom, okay? And the more strategic you are about that and the more protective you are of that inner core self concept, the more smoothly this will go and the higher chances you have of things working out for your highest good. So hopefully that was helpful.